How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's me, Cam from Cam's Club, and welcome back to another daily transfer news video, the second of today. If you guys are new, I'm Cam from Cam's Club. I do daily Chelsea transfer news videos, but without further ado, let's get into today's video as well. I'll be talking about Cucurella, Fofana, Guardia, Frank de Jong, all things Chelsea. So I'm going to go to Christian Falk from Built in Germany, who have said Cucurella is pretty much Chelsea's new left back, with both Marc and Emerson looking for a deal elsewhere. Now, again, with Cucurella, this is great news. Cucurella, of course, is a player that, we were only linked with yesterday, and it's just been rolling so fast. Top Bowley is on the phone all day trying to get it. Now, this morning I was talking about a swap deal with Levi Colwill and how that was a stumbling block in the deal, but apparently they've given up. That's not the case. Brighton don't want Levi Colwill, so it looks like the deal is going to go ahead very soon. Christian Falk seems to be very confident with this, saying he's going to be Chelsea's new left back, and we can focus on Everton. About this deal is that £50 million for Cucurella is a backup left back. Yeah, it might be a bit pricey, but again, what people don't seem to focus on is that the new 5 substitutions rule in the Premier League is going to have a massive effect on the Premier League and how it's played. Small clubs are at a disadvantage because they don't have as much depth. So of course teams like the top 6 are going to have a higher advantage because of the 5 substitutions and more depth. So this is great news about Cucurella. This deal looks like it's going to be done, and that's great as well. Finally, the deal for Snecko from RB Leipzig is hotting up, with Manchester United looking like they're going to be joining the ranks for the deal. Now, of course, the RB Leipzig striker, we might be a bit scarred from Werner, but what I've known is I watched the game against Liverpool pre-season where Klopp was amazed. Both his agent has seen with both Manchester United and Chelsea, so it's up to him, whoever wants to join. Of course, again, this is going with Chelsea's youth focus this summer window, so Top Bowley's going for the youth and the team as well. So that's the story. On to the next one. So staying with defenders, Fofana's been a bit awfully quiet this today. I'll give you the rundown of the transfer news so far. He's removed Leicester from his Twitter bio. He has liked Chelsea Twitter posts, and he's put inspirational quotes on his Instagram that signal like he wants a move away. Now, the main thing about this deal is that Leicester, when offering him his new 5-year deal earlier this year, was that a gentleman's agreement could have been involved that Leicester had to listen to offers for Wesley Fofana. Sounds a lot like Harry Kane in the Tottenham situation, but hopefully it's more legit in this case, which means Wesley Fofana is forcing Leicester to listen to Chelsea and maybe forcing a move out to Chelsea this window. Now, of course, the deal looks like it's going to be around eye-watering £70 million. Again, very expensive, but hopefully Todd Bowley and co can whittle that down, because of course Wesley Fofana, Premier League proven. If we were going to pay 65 million for Koundé, I don't see why splashing out on Wesley Fofana would be that bad. But Wesley Fofana, of course, 6'3", Premier League proven, could slot in our defence, of course, right centre back or left centre back, depending on who is playing. But yes, Wesley Fofana, great option to have. Speaking of more defenders, seems to be that Chelsea are still in the race for Joseph Guardia, who again RB likes to value around £61 million. Now, what's very interesting about this deal is that, of course, I've been seeing it on the timeline, loads of stories saying that with Timo Werner looking like he's going to be joining RB Leipzig, there could be a swap deal involved. Now, almost at the end today, we're going to be talking about de Jong and the deal. So, of course, I talked earlier today that it was a bit of rumours, but as the day progressed, more and more journalists were coming out with tweets talking about de Jong and the likelihood of him joining. Now, what the main things I've picked up is that Laporta and Todd Bowley have a good relationship after that meal they had last month. Of course, I don't know if it's been tarnished that much about Rafinha and Jules Koundé. However, if it was not, it's good news, because Barcelona are asking for £71 million for de Jong, who I think, that's a fair valuation. Of course, Marcus Alonso and Azpilicueta could be used as bartering to go the other way. However, some reports are saying that we don't want to sell them to Barcelona. However, what you want to believe, it's looking closer that de Jong could be joining Chelsea, which at the start of the window I would have crazy statement, because I thought it was nailed onto Manchester United. However, this is great. On to the next story. And earlier today, Matt Law from The Telegraph was on a podcast, London's Blue podcast, of course, and what he mentioned is that Chelsea are in the market for attackers. Now, he didn't mention any names, but again, news are surfacing around the internet today about Ronaldo and Nkunku looking like the attackers that Chelsea want to focus on. Now, yes, this is very, very interesting because, of course, there was this whole Ronaldo saga earlier in the transfer window because he looks like he wasn't going to play for Manchester United. He then trained with Manchester United, and then recently Ten Hag has outed Ronaldo in his behaviour, so it looks like his move could be more likely. So, do we need Ronaldo? Well, of course, it's Ronaldo. He's not going to get game time every time, but it's Ronaldo, guys. And with Nkunku, of course, one of the breakout stars of the Bundesliga and in the world, in fact, scored 20 plus goals in the Bundesliga, second most goals scored in the Champions League for a midfielder. What a signing this would be. But anyway, that's in the video. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, stick around for tomorrow where hopefully more news comes out. I'll be breaking that today. I said 500 subs and I'll bring you double upload, and that's what happens in case. So, if we get to 510 subscribers by tomorrow, the same will be applied, a double upload to keep you up to date without failure. I'll see you tomorrow for more Chelsea news. See you then.